Well, hello everybody for our, I call it our Travel Tip Tuesday webinars on Wednesday. So that's nothing new. This is going to be a really unique opportunity for you to hear about one of the best deals that we've negotiated in a long, long time that we're going to take advantage of. And these times that are really, really tough right now, and by the way, I'm Mark Comfort. I don't know if my screen says Mimi Comfort or not, but Mark and Mimi Comfort were the owners of Cruise Holidays Kansas City and Comfort Tours and Travel. So one of the things about what's going on right now in these times is that there's not a lot of things open, not a lot of cruises going on, obviously, but all-inclusives are. And we've been selling the heck out of these all-inclusives in Mexico primarily, but also in Jamaica and the Dominican Republic. Now, the other thing that's going on is these properties are hurting as bad as as we are. Everything's been affected, everything in the vacation industry. So guess what? That's to your benefit right now, because some of these organizations, like the property we're going to talk to you about, Charisma is the name of the property management company and ownership. But this is a new property. I've stayed here before, and it's spectacular. It's rated 5-star, called the Dorado Seaside Suites. Now, they've got all sorts of different room categories, but the deal we negotiated, and by the way, this is to celebrate our 32nd anniversary in business. November 14th is Mimi and I's, maybe I should say Cruise Holidays, 32nd anniversary in business, and we are so very proud of that. And nothing like a challenging year like this to celebrate an anniversary in business. But we know a lot of people are waiting for last minute to decide what things are like as to whether they want to go on vacation or not. And it's just amazing how many people are just so raring to go and wanting to take a good vacation, wanting to take a vacation where they know they're going to be safe, where things are healthy, and they want to be spoiled, and you deserve to be spoiled. So this Dorado Seaside Suites is really something very, very special. The dates we've negotiated, and by the way, they would only give us 12 rooms in what's called the ocean front swim out suites. They're spectacular. These rooms are 800 square feet just about, and they are suites, and they're spectacular with a swim out to a pool. You'll see some pictures later. So I assure you, this is a spectacular property. And Mimi and I will be hosting this trip, and that's if her passport gets here in time. Her passport expired during all this time, and she just sent it in expedited, and I'm praying, as is she, that it will be back. So are two of our very, very top agents, Andrea Redding, who's been with us 27, going on 28 years, and Cassie Johnson, who's been with us for about 20 years. Now, what we're going to show you today, before we get into the details, and by the way, I'll tease you a little bit. The deal they gave us for these 12 suites was about 70% off their going rate. So you're going to be able to get this 5-star suite property for basically a 3-star price. And Anna Bidstrup, one of our very own, Anna Bidstrup, one of our vacation counselors, and Kate Hollinger, one of our vacation coordinators, was just there just within the last few weeks. And these are her pictures you are going to see. And she's going to share with you all about her experience. And then when we get back, Andrea and I will both add a couple of things that we want you to hear about this property, about the incredible food, the incredible service, the incredible accommodations, just the spectacularness of all of this. So with that said, Anna Bidstrup, take it away. Let's see your pictures that you took and get your impression on safety protocols and what the property was like.
Very good. Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to take everybody on a virtual tour of Dorado Seaside Suites. So you'll see the picture here. I was actually on the 4th floor, right next to this larger building. So I was blown away by my views. I'm talking oceanfront, the best it can get. There is a swim out on every floor, which is extremely unique for an all-inclusive property. So that is super exciting. First, I want to kind of go over just a little bit of what the beautiful resort looks like. The lobby, when you first walk in, is absolutely welcoming. It's very clean. It's very pristine. Now, when you check in, of course, they're going to take your temperature. They're going to confirm safety procedures that you're not sick or anything like that. So they're really taking care of it right from the get-go. You do fill out a health questionnaire upon arrival, so that adds to increased peace of mind. Now, after you've gotten checked in, the fun part starts. You can stop at that lobby bar. They have all sorts of top shelf spirits. They can make any drink you want, and they even had a cute little welcome drink for us in a coconut. Now, if you notice this fine gentleman, he is completely geared up. This is what the restaurant and bar staff will look like. My favorite thing is you can still see the smile in his eyes, yet he has the mask and the face guard. So the lobby bar is kind of your first stop. They like to welcome you in there, maybe if they're still getting your room together, or if you're just wanting to get a quick cocktail before you make it up to the room. After you finish at the lobby bar, you will go to your room. At a lot of the entrances into all the buildings, you're going to find these floor mats. So these are to prevent the spread of disease actually on the shoe, something you may not think of, but I think this is a great example of them thinking of something that we did not. So that's something to take note of. So when we got there, we were actually doing a tour, and they gave us a beautiful greeting. They really wanted to make sure, you know, our members of our agency felt welcome so that we could share our wonderful time that we had with all of our valued clients. And, you know, the Charisma properties, everyone there is like a friend to us. So being welcomed that way and just talking about, you know, our mutual clients was super important. The next thing I want to go to is the beach. So a lot of times, you know, you want the beach to be a top priority to you. And if you can see here, it is gorgeous. This was a little wedding setup that they had going on. You can see that they have these lovely chairs and the cabanas ready for you. And overall, just a super nice beach. This is on the other side of the resort called the Palm section. So this isn't where the rooms our group will be, but to give you a little bit of an idea, it's an extra area to explore included in your resort stay. And believe it or not, there's a whole nother beach over here. All right, I'm going to move on to what I get asked a lot about, which is the view from the room. Take a look at that. So we were advised to wake up at sunrise to check out this view. I've never had a room with this view because you are elevated up so high. You can see for miles and miles. It was just as pretty at sunset, middle of the day, nighttime. That really stuck out to me. I'm going to make it to my next picture here. Which will be the food. So Charisma across the whole brand is known for its gourmet inclusive experience. So instead of it just being mass quantities of food, they think about quality, quality, quality. We were absolutely impressed with the food offerings. Everything was gourmet. Everything was absolutely tasty. From just the chips and salsa, you could tell that it was, you know, above the rest. Something else I get asked about a lot are the rooms. Mark did highlight that they are quite spacious. I was so impressed with the decor. It was welcoming, but it also felt extremely luxurious to me. And this is a big takeaway for me. That particular bed was the most comfortable bed I've ever had at a resort. It was absolutely my favorite that I've had, which I think is important because you want to get a good rest in Mexico. This was a nice little loungy area. And then back to the view. This is during the day. You can see a sailboat in the distance, and those views were really above and beyond what anybody could even want for ocean view. Now here's a more up close picture of the beach. Sorry about that. Up close picture of the beach. This is on the other side that I talked about, that you can explore at your own leisure. This beach is a little bit more swimmable. The other beach, you can get in, but this one is more for the swimming enthusiasts, and that would be me. So you can see many pictures were taken. I wanted to take note of the nice soft sand and beautiful turquoise water. All right, just making it to the next picture. This is an example of one of their restaurants. As you can see here, they are wearing masks. Like I mentioned at the beginning of my presentation, everybody's wearing a mask. So all the employees are wearing a mask for your safety. The guests, you can see, are not, but it is encouraged. And when you can't social distance, it is extremely encouraged to wear your mask. But it is a big takeaway that those employees are wearing their mask every step of the way. All right, I'm just making it to the next photo I want to show you. All right, I wanted to end on this one. So when you go to any Charisma property, El Dorado Seaside Suites in particular, you feel extremely welcomed. I know that it's really important for people to feel safe and sound. And when I traveled here a week before last, it surpassed my expectations. The room was kept so clean. I could tell, you know, everything with the food and drink service was 10 out of 10. And overall, I cannot wait to go back, and I cannot wait to help more clients book their trips here. And that'll be the end of my picture presentation. So thank you so much for looking at these.
And if I can jump back in here, Anna, these are the pictures that you took, you and Kate took when you were down there. What was that, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, so we got back last Monday. So we were there end of September.
Wow. And okay, two, from my perspective, younger ladies, solo, did you feel comfortable, safe in all ways?
Yeah, so, you know, that's something to really think about. And I totally did. All-inclusive resorts have gated areas. They have people that monitor who go in and out. When you go in, they have your name on a manifest, and they make sure that you are a visiting guest. And above and beyond that, something I noticed was there was actually a little breezeway with it that you had to get through with your key card before you could even get to the doors to the rooms. And not that I was worried or anything, but that's just an extra step for somebody that may have concerns. And we felt completely safe the whole time, and would absolutely suggest this resort for a girls trip, bachelorette party weekend, mother-daughter trip, or anything of the sort.
And let me ask you this. I know the answer to this question, so you set it up with your pictures that you showed so much of the food. You and Kate both said it was some of the best food cuisine you'd ever had. Did you talk about that for a second? Agreed?
Oh, 100%. So something I thought is super cool about the Charisma properties is they have a very, very large greenhouse located at one of their sister properties called El Dorado Royale. So they grow some of their own ingredients in this greenhouse. This is a concept you don't hear about every day in the vacation industry. The properties growing their own ingredients. So I pulled up a picture of this beautiful salad, many of the ingredients grown in that greenhouse. So the pumpkin soup was my personal favorite.
And also, I got to tell you, and I'm not, you know, a foodie in the true definition, but I am impressed when the presentation is as spectacular as it is, and and then the food. It does make you, when the presentation is so good, all of a sudden it seems, and the service is so good, all of a sudden it seems like the food is a whole lot better too.
Definitely. If you can take a look at this lava chocolate dessert, the presentation on its own is like a little piece of artwork.
Andrea, I have not
Making
had
me
lunch
hungry.
yet. I am, yes, I'm starving. And Anna, as we all know, at Cruise Holidays, being an expert in these all-inclusives, were you as impressed with the service as you thought you would be, knowing that it was a five-star resort with great service?
Oh, yes. Everybody really values their job there and they care about their guests. So, you know, just traveling at this time, I think people that are working at these resorts are more grateful and gracious than ever. And that is reflected in their service. They were A plus before, and I would say now they're A plus plus. So extremely pleased with everybody from the wait staff to the bartenders to the concierge, which is located close to the building that the rooms will be in, and everybody I came into contact with.
Okay, that's impressive. And of course, we have sold Charisma properties for all the years we've been in business, and they just do things right. We knew when they were allowed to open back up, their safety protocols would be above normal standards, and they have been. I've been so impressed, and we've heard and we've learned from all the people who've traveled there, our customers, our staff, that this is probably safer than what we'll experience here at our home or your home area. The other thing I wanted to talk about was what is my wife's favorite part of a vacation, and that's the spa. I do know from experience that their spa is world class. Did you have a chance to see the spa, Anna? And if you did, talk about that, please.
Oh, yes, I got to see the spa. I actually just pulled up the photos to share. So when you walk in, they have a beautiful, they call it a little lounge area to wait while your spa waiter becomes available to you. You can see the gentleman there to get you checked in. They have a whole hairdressing station and their little boutique area. And then that brings you to the first treatment room. That's going to be where you get your pedicures, your manicures. Here's more of the hairstyling areas. They have a gorgeous bridal suite. We were commenting that could you imagine being a bride and this being your own private space to get ready before your wedding? Could it be any more magical than that? And of course, the massage treatment rooms are dimly lit, beautifully appointed, wonderful aromas. The little outdoor area you can enjoy after your treatment with trickling water sounds and the lushness of nature. Of course, the hydrotherapy. We did pay to do the hydrotherapy. Totally worth it. This is the main pool where it has This is the main area for the hydrotherapy. The pools are to the right. There's one pool that is hot to relax the muscles, one pool that is room temperature to begin opening up the pores, and then the cold pool to actually seal the pores. And there's
I took a group. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, this is the steam room, which had a beautiful eucalyptus aroma.
I love steam rooms. I took a group with Dick Wilson to this exact property, so we were able to experience the spa, experience the restaurants, which again, like Anna said, the Charisma properties, they've kind of made their uniqueness by their food quality, by their presentation, by their service. So I know anybody, no matter what kind of foodie or how what you think about service, will be impressed with this. A lot of people that don't go to all inclusives because they don't think the food and the service will be that good or the drinks will be premium drinks. When we talk them into trying a Charisma property, especially one of these Eldorados, what that means within Charisma is it's adults only. And when we get people to try one of the 4, 5, or 6 Eldorado properties or the 4 or 5 Azul properties, for families, or generations for families. Everybody loves it. Everybody loves it. We've had so many satisfied clients using this property. And Andrea, I know there's a lot of reasons right now where we want to go on a vacation. I think, I said, number one, praise God, the election will finally be over. Number two, daylight savings will be here, and it'll be dark at 5 o'clock. And I don't know about you, but I just hate that. I hate it being dark so early. And then number three, I guess if we can say that in November we will be feeling, even more than here in October, that winter is right around the corner. So we better enjoy life. But the fourth reason, which is what I think is the best reason, is, hey, this is such a great deal. Take advantage of it if you can, because we all, you, me, Andrea, we all need and deserve a great vacation. Andrea, are you looking forward to hosting this trip?
I am. I cannot wait. It's been a few years since I've been to El Dorado Seaside and loved it then. I can't wait to try these new rooms. And the food is unbelievable. I have clients who have been to other resorts, high-end resorts, and they said the food here was the best food they've ever had. So I'm ready.
You've been with us for 27 years, literally over half of your life, and you've had a chance to sell hundreds, maybe even thousands of people, all-inclusive resorts all over Mexico and Jamaica, Dominican Republic. But the charisma properties, you're always comfortable selling a client charisma because you know they're going to be satisfied, don't you?
They're going to be satisfied. It's like a big family. You get there and they become your friend. I mean, the service is unbelievable. The food is unbelievable. And it's not a stuffy resort. You don't have to feel like you have to be all dressed up all the time. You can get by with most restaurants with nice shorts and a nice shirt. You don't have to have the, slacks and things like that.
Yeah, this is a casual experience. There's no doubt about it, and it deserves it. You deserve it. That pool, as you see in that property, the pool is just wonderful, and that'll be most times our hangout points. But there's so many places to get away, like Anna so well described and showed. This property actually was designed as one of the very first properties of the Charisma Resorts. Owners Joe and Dolores Martinez first started out with that property you just saw at the other side, and then they grew it and grew it and grew it, and then as they became more and more and more successful, they owned the land, so they built this brand new, modern, fabulous section that you see right there, and that is where we will be. So they, in essence, gave us the starting price upgraded to these prices. And Andrea, let's tell everybody now, I teased them earlier by saying this rate would be a little over 70% off the going rate, but what it boils down to is it's 5 nights, November 12th through the 17th of this year, so in just a month and a half, from $749 a person, and that includes your transfers to the property. And if you want to stay longer, 6 nights, it's just $100 more, $849 per person. So this is like a $350 to $500 per person per night property that we have for right at the $100 to $122 per person per night rate, something like that. It's pretty a spectacular deal, isn't it?
It is. And a lot of people always ask, does it have a swim-up bar? Absolutely. That big pool area, the swim-up bar is right down there. So bring your floaties. You can float from your room if you're on the bottom floor and float to the swim-up bar. It's going to be fabulous. I can't wait.
Yeah, and if you want to take a nap, and I know many of us have gotten used to naps now, you go back up to your room and lay out on that infinity pool area, the swim out pool. Wait till you see it. You'll just be blown away when you see it. This is one of the most fabulous properties, that I've ever stayed at, and I've stayed at a lot of great ones. And so there's something for everybody here. And while we have it as a group, you don't need to be, there's no obligation to be hanging around all of us or the group people. If you want your private, quiet time, you can have that. That's your vacation. On the other hand, a lot of people, I think right now, feel a little more safe going to places that they know people like myself and Andrea and Cassie and Mimi will be going to as your host. So if there is issues, you have us to come to if you have questions. But I can promise you, you'll probably, if you stay 5 nights, you'll wish you would have stayed 10 nights. I can promise you that. So we set this up for 5 nights, but you can stay as long as you want. Or by the way, if you cannot stay 5 nights, you need to stay just 4 nights or 3 nights, we can arrange that too. And Andrea, this price is $749 for 5 nights and $849 for 6 nights. That's with transfers and the lodging, but without air. And I know you checked the air right before we came. I know a lot of people have points right now or these future vacation credits with the airlines, which is why we did not put air into this. But what is air running approximately right now?
Just a little bit ago, about 450-ish, probably 450 to 500 per person. And flights were getting in around 2 o'clock in the afternoon and coming home. I think we were leaving around 3-ish or so to return home.
Something like that. Mm-hmm. But we can check for everybody what the options are. Is if you have points with United or if you have points with Delta. We looked at American and Southwest just to give you an idea. This flyer, all of you that are registered now will get, we'll email you this flyer, and then you see our number on the bottom. If Andrea is your vacation counselor, or Cassie is, or Anna, or Aubrey, or the other Anna, or Deb, or whomever, you are very, very welcome to give us a call at 816-505-1500, 505-1500. And I don't know if we'll have this webinar up on podcast here pretty quick, and you can send it to your friends, or you can have friends go and watch it too. But maybe the best thing to do is to call one of our wonderful counselors who will help you and answer all the questions that you have. But remember, these prices of $749 and $849, that's with the transfers in it. And by the way, they are shared transfers. So if we've got people going on the plane together, the transfers will be together. If you want a private transfer, our counselors can talk to you about what the upgrade charge will be for that. And this property is we'll fly into Cancun. It's a little south. If you know where the Playa del Carmen area is, it's just a little south of there. So again, the beginning is November 12th, 1 week. 9 days actually after the election. I don't know if we'll know who the new president is by that time, but whether you want to celebrate that or drown your sorrows, we'll do that with you. And whether you, whatever you want, we just want to get away. And Anna Bidstrup, are you still on the line?
I am.
Did you, when you got there, I know I went down to Cancun in early August, and I got to tell you, it was not more than an hour after I got my swim trunks on and got out to that pool that my mental frame had changed to such a more positive mental frame. When you look out over the oceans and you're in that pool and you have one of those drinks with an umbrella in it, your whole attitude changes for the better, doesn't it?
Oh, most definitely. So as soon as we got there, although we weren't on an island, more of a peninsula, we felt like we were on island time. We were there for work. We were touring 7 different properties, but in our free time, we absolutely soaked it in. We let the stress of the last 7 months melt away. Each night after dinner, we were in our swim up pool and just, reflected on everything that we were so thankful for, everything we were looking forward to, and how excited we were to continue sharing this property with our clients.
And I think that's the thing I'd like to share with everybody. If you haven't been on a vacation in a while, I don't think you realize how all this negativity of these last 6+ months, how it weighs on you, how it drains you. I didn't realize it till we got away in late June, and all of a sudden I just had so much of a better attitude. Then I get down, and that was out at our place at Copper Mountain, Colorado. Then I get down to Cancun and right on the ocean there, and I realized my attitude changed even more. I mean, those of us in the Midwest, does that not just look so fabulous to see that ocean out there? And hey, listen, I know there's a hurricane going on there now, but we picked November for our anniversary, and also because it's after hurricane season. So, but if you're nervous about that, Andrea and our counselors can help you with the cancel for any reason insurance or whatever kind of risk-free insurance or coverages that you would like. So there's lots of ways to cover you for that. Andrea, any last minute comments that you'd like to make? And by the way, you've looked this up in the past for clients, and this is seriously up to normally $350, $400, sometimes peak season $500 per person per night, room category, correct?
I was looking it up just to compare, and the 12 rooms we have, that's the only rooms out there. I couldn't find it on the Charisma site or some of the other tour operators. So we've got 12 rooms in these great locations. So please come and join us and have some fun with us.
Yeah, the one thing about Andrea and Cassie, myself, and Mimi, she goes, we're fun-loving people, and our industry is fun, and we want to get back, like Anna said. These servers are so glad to see us. We're creating jobs for them, and you know, this is going to be an experience of a lifetime. And I'll tell you, so in case you don't know, the resorts in all of Mexico, all of the all-inclusive resorts, at least in the Cancun area and south, are allowed now 60% occupancy maximum. 60% maximum. Now, my guess is why they gave us this rate at this time of the year, November 12th through the 17th or 18th, is because they're probably nowhere near 60% otherwise. And I'm guessing because of that, how they do things, they probably did block off this category just for our group. So again, you're getting whatever you'd like to call it, depending on when you check it out, $2,000, $2,500 vacation per person for $749, and ours includes the transfers to get there. It's a spectacular deal. But that's also why they only gave us 12 rooms. So with that said, I appreciate everybody joining us. We've got a lot going on. Andrea, you're actually hosting a river cruise in April over in Europe, to Amsterdam and Belgium, the Tulip Times, right? I don't know if anybody can hear that. I got muted on that. I hope I'm not muted. I've got an Egypt Nile River cruise going in February, and all 63 of us have stayed the course and are still looking forward to doing that. We're all looking forward to 2021. But right now, let's do something fun in 2020. So give us a call. You can ask for any one of our counselors. We can help you with this or any other kind of vacation you're looking for. Remember, we do specialize in all-inclusive vacations, and at this point in time, we've been selling an awful lot of all-inclusive vacations. There are stipulations that you need to know about if you go to Jamaica or the Dominican Republic, as well as to Mexico, but we can share all those with you too. So with that said, I just want to say thank you, everybody. Andrea, Anna, thank you so much for your time. And those of you watching right now, we appreciate your business now more than ever. Take something like what we've just gone through to let you know we're here for the long run. Our staff has stayed with us, and they're hanging in there, although things have been tight and tough for us all. But we'll be there for you when you're ready to go on a vacation. And we hope that next vacation will be November 12th through the 17th or 18th, or longer or shorter if you so like, with us at the incomparable El Dorado Seaside Suites, oceanfront swim out suites, something else, $749 per person. These kind of deals don't come along very often, and it's the times we're in that have allowed us to negotiate this with our great partners, the Charisma Resorts. Hey, this is Mark Comfort. Thanks so much for joining me. We'll talk to you soon. And as I like to say, you deserve a great vacation, and go Chiefs. Thank you.